now, we are all sitting ducks. These people are armed to the teeth with all the weapons of mass destruction, and we don't have them. But we have the numbers, and the land belongs to us. They are trying to recolonize us and take over our land. Can I allow you to defend yourselves? Your Majesty, you heard what they've said. You must then unite our people. A lot of the attacks that I got was from our people. They said I told them to.
That's Danjuma. Danjuma. Theophilus Danjuma happened to be a former defense minister in Nigeria. Is also instrumental to that revenge coup that brought in Gowon and also removed Gowon, by the way. So it was, from record, Theophilus Danjuma that led the team of coupists, right, to Ibadan and demanded for, what's that guy's name again? Aguiyin Rossi. And when Adekunle Fajuyi, right, from what we heard, won't let, I think it won't let him, or he won't release him or something like, no, it wasn't Fajuyi. What is the name of that Western region administrator? I want to remember his name right now, and I don't. Theophilus Danjuma killed them both, Ironsi as well as his host, you know. So Theophilus Danjuma is from Taraba, I heard, which happened to be the north central of Nigeria today. Theophilus Danjuma has lived long. He has benefited so much, right? He has benefited so much from the system. He is a multi-billionaire. And I mean it in dollars. They are the soldiers of fortune. If you have read that book, he is one of them. The soldiers of fortune. Those who took over Nigeria and then shared Nigeria among themselves, including the Nigerian oil. But today, like in the last 10 years, we have seen the same Danjuma, right, cried out over the endless killing of his own people. There was a time he actually cried out and he accused the Nigerian army of being behind these terrorists. He said they collude. They collude. Every time they come to kill our people, the Nigerian army, they would switch off. And whenever these dastardly acts have been done and the terrorists have gone, and our people are planning to retaliate and go after them, then the Nigerian army will show up and they'll begin to arrest every able-bodied man of such community. And they've done it again and again and again and again, that he openly accused them of colluding. That's a Danjuma. Some will tell you that today it is a karma, you know, especially if you listen to some of these Biafran brothers, right? Because to them it was like, wait, why did they even try to stop the Biafrans from leaving that time? Like, why did they stop them? Did they stop them to be part of this miserable, mismanaged and ruined contraption? Or what exactly? Like, it's not like 100% okay, right? Biafra would have been like, what do you call it? Like maybe Europe, right? But we never know. because they didn't allow that to happen. So now here is the contraption, the Nigeria, that they forced everybody to stay in by killing over 5 million people. So today, Danjuma had to go everywhere with heavy security. He can't even live in his own state, in his own village. He can't. This is the former, one of the most powerful men in Nigeria. I'm talking about very so powerful that Baba Danjuma. But today he is now a motivational speaker, Wherever he goes, he reminds the people to stand up and fight for themselves. He is a billionaire, but he won't even mobilize these people to fight for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, mobilize them properly, because to defend themselves, he won't do it. But right now, he's counting on this contraption to protect his own people. And the contraption has failed. The same contraption that somebody like himself spilled blood to keep together. You know something, right? Himself and Obasanjo. I don't know if it's karma. I don't know if it's... No, it's not karma, but some will call it karma, right? But I don't know. My feeling was that these guys lived long enough, right, to see the consequences of their selfishness. Because it was out of selfishness that they insisted on keeping this contraption together then, right? Obasanjo was even treating Nigeria like Nigeria was his baby, like he is the father. And he understands the baby so well, right, that, that's how they are. So they have lived long enough. Just hope they live long enough to see the entire place break up into pieces. Because I do ask myself, I'm like, why should anybody keep us in this contraption, right? I mean, if we are reading for example, let's say, we are reading the history of this Nigeria now, right? And the history says, there was a time things were so bad. The tribes were so divided. The leaders were so corrupt. Institutions were so compromised. I mean, everything was just like not working, to the point that they even fought a civil war. But look at you generation that were born in the 70s, in the 80s, 90s, and now you're so lucky. Your ancestors, they fought for a country that now treats you like a citizen. Imagine that. Like you do read the history of the Americans, Abi, the American Civil War, and several other wars they fought among themselves. Like they fought until almost like the last person standing. And then after that, they started respecting themselves when they put together the Treaty of, the Treaty of Union or whatever, to bring themselves together and become the United States, right? The South and the North. So today, it's not perfect. But guess what? They've made so much progress enough that you can say the generation being born into America today are being considered as, the luckiest and the softest, which are now sort of ruining everything as well. I'm just saying, if Nigeria has such history, why would anybody, or why can't Nigeria have such history? Because it was never made to work. It was never to work. It's like going to buy a land, right? And I'm talking about hectares of land, okay, where you intend to probably farm, right? And then, you started farming. It's just for commercial purpose, for profit and all that. Then you discovered a gold mine and that's a land, and you become a gold miner as well. Or maybe you discover crude oil, right? And you decided to become a oil magnate as well. So in the whole thing, it's all for profit. Everything is coming together, in your favor, right? Then you decided to probably because all these things are popping up, you decided to have labor camp. And you see the owners of the land that you didn't even buy the land, and you take it from them, and then you force them to work for you. They work in your mine, they work in your oil field, and they also work on your farm. So if somebody comes later and say, this farm should be like London, you'll be like, no, what do you mean London? It's just a farm, it's just for commercial purpose. Why would I want to spend so much money in installing facilities like that here. You get that now? That's exactly what Nigeria is to their colonizers and to their foremen, those who are currently representing them. That's what Nigeria is. So keeping it together for who and why? You know, these are the questions I will ask if I have a chance of meeting that Obankparo and even Danjuma. So you did all of that. What were you thinking? Is it because you probably saw an opportunity to enrich yourself, enrich your your generations, even yet unborn and all that, and then you pretended to make that what? Patriotism? To entrap everyone to this day where in a country where we can no longer be protected? Like, these are the questions I will ask, and I will be like, so hang on. If you have a chance of breaking up this contraption today, would you do it, or you still want to keep it? Because they will say they will keep it, or they will want to keep it. Because keeping it means that, like Obasanjo has land almost everywhere, all the 36 states of Nigeria, all the 6 geopolitical zones. So we lose all those lands, right? When Nigeria break up. Same with this Danjuma, because he is the same. But these guys shared Nigeria to themselves. These Steve Numbu and his gang, they are just like the mix of old and new takers. Nigeria is just for the take. And whoever can, right, rob it, loot it, desecrate it, abuse the inhabitants, treat them like a piece of shit, and even kill them. It's your turn. They will forget soon. They will remember you as elder statesman, as they call those mofos elder statesmen as well, right? So back to the main conversation, okay? Like I said, we talk more, to end the bigotry as well as to possibly, nip it in the bud forever, right? Is by talking about it, calling out those who are weaponizing it. It used to be something of pride, say, man, your bride is from, or your groom is from. Well, that's amazing. But what they have done these days is that they have managed to plant serious divisive, stuff in the atmosphere. And I would love to hear from those who are the direct products of intertribal. And this is also applicable to you, to those of you who are married to maybe Americans or Caribbeans or Europeans, Asians or Arabians, name it, even Russians, okay? Because the what do you call it? The agenda, okay, is which is what they are doing, to amplify their inferiority complex, which is kind of like the foundation of it, all right? Inferiority complex, which makes them feel like they are not enough. And the only way to validate themselves is to just kind of like leverage on what they call blood. Oh, my mama and my papa, they are Yorubas. You get that now? And I'm better than you because your own mama na Igbo, your papa na Yoruba, so you are tainted blood. So it is oozing of inferiority complex, and that does not represent the Yorubas that we all know. I am a Yoruba, you know that. A very proud one, though. Very, very proud one, right? I am not someone with this fragile ego or a snowflake, the one that thinks that social media trolling, right, could get into his skin so much that it could become a nuisance on social media in the name of I am defending my tribe, when you are not. Because you are a disgrace to that tribe, by the way. You are. You can't be an ambassador of Yoruba with so much hatred in your heart and you call that your that's what you have to offer, right? And you are not even honest with that. You are also pretty much an hypocrite too, right? Because if anybody who is not from blooded Yoruba is also among you, isn't that self-destructive, right? Like self-injurious. You are shouting up and down, Yoruba, 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 this and that. Atrocities that are being committed in Yoruba land, which includes terrorism, kidnapping, and all that, right? All those, they don't move you, but you're just interested in people who own, shopping malls, retail outlets, and all of that. And somehow, they are more dangerous. Here you get to the point that without thinking, you decided to create a means of, kind of like, and that's very criminal though, right? Like you created this hatred, right? You created this caste or caste system, and it hurts so much whenever we kind of like exposes you that this has nothing to do with Yoruba, because majority of you don't give a damn about Yoruba per se. So your inferiority complexes is so using out that, and you're so loud enough that you bastards, right? You have almost convinced everyone that this is who the Yorubas are, when it is not. That's not who we are, Sorry if your number, sorry, I keep missing this individual. So if the line is pretty much hard for you to get through, if you ever tried it and it's not, you can let me know in the comments. So maybe I'll do something about that. So again, right? For those of you who have also experienced any form of discrimination simply because of where you come from, because we can decide to say we don't want these so people in our country. No, we can't really do that, but okay, fine. Even if when I say we now, I'm talking about the kind of rogues or criminals in charge of the contraption that will likely push any form of, agenda to, So it's unfortunate though. Anyway, so if you have been discriminated against, in any way, and mind you, like I said, you can say leave our country. However, you can't say that when you are still part of this contraption. You can't tell people to leave. No, you can't. You can only say that. You can only say that if you have your own country, something that is no longer appealing to the Ronokus as we speak. Because if we say we should break up Nigeria, if they should agree with us to break up the contraption, that means Tinubu won't be president. And Tinubu being president is the reason why this bigotry, this ethnic, trolling and baiting are very much rife on social media. So, if you want a country where there will be no Igbos or no particular kind of tribe, right? Then you would have to push for the breakup of the contraption. Break it up. Right? And then issue visas to those who are going to visit your country. What are you going to do to those who have mixed parentage, by the way? And that in itself is the reason why the right people should be interested when it comes to leadership sort of stuff. It's unfortunate that they have so much compromised system that has discouraged a lot of, good thinking, mindful people to seek political office and do the right thing, right? So this system have become so compromised, right, that good people have to stay away. Nobody want to be. That's why you have the worst of the worst currently representing them, and of course doing the worst that you can think of, the worst of the society. So the good people, I'm talking about people with the right mindset would have had to venture into the arena. You have to take up the leadership mantle when the clarion call is made, right? Yoruba land is gearing towards a breakup, their own independence, right? So the characters of people that are going to really push that will determine